This video has been doing the rounds all over social media, and it's basically a video, as you can see, about a couple of taxis engulfed in a fire, and this fire is said to have been started by Somalians, or the taxis were said to have been set alight by Somalians. Okay, and the reason why this has happened is that it's obviously being alleged on Twitter that it actually started with a road rage between an Audi driver, excuse me, who is now critical in hospital, and also some Somalians, right? So an Audi driver and Somalians actually were involved in a road rage, which resulted in a man being injured and being taken to hospital, where he is now in critical conditions. The taxi drivers come in because it's being alleged that taxi drivers actually tried to intervene and stop this fight that was happening between Audi drivers and Somalians, but they ended up being attacked by a group of Somalians and also some Nigerians, and 5 taxis were burnt and a few people were injured, and obviously lots more were traumatized during this process. So this is what is being said to have started this battle between the Somalians and the taxi drivers in Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape, right? So this has actually sparked a debate, as I have said, on social media, specifically on Twitter, about xenophobia and foreign nationals in South Africa. It's being alleged that after this incident happened yesterday, the incident of the taxis being set alight by the Somalians actually erected their flag in Gqeberha. Gqeberha is a place in the Eastern Cape, I believe, and it's actually very, very shocking to see and to know. So people on social media are actually involved in a very, very heated debate about whether Somalians actually have a place in South Africa or in the South African society as it stands today. And this is because obviously it stems from a couple of conversations that we have been having surrounding xenophobia and whether or not Somalians and other foreign nationals are here to actually financially cripple the already financially crippled South Africans in the country. And obviously we all know that Somalians primarily in South Africa are actually here to do business, or are here on business. They have actually taken over majority of the businesses that were run by South Africans, which were spaza shops. So now in South African townships, we literally don't have that many spaza shops that belong to Black South Africans, because they were taken out of business by the arrival of the Somalians in the South African country. And that has resulted in a situation where Somalians actually now own, I would say, more than 90%. I do speak under correction, but I would say more than 90% of the operating spaza shops in South African townships. And obviously people have been very, very very upset about this, because they've stated that it's actually so sad to live in a country where majority of the businesses in townships are actually owned by foreign nationals and not people who actually belong to South Africa, as I've said. So this is actually a point of contention for people, and this is a reason why people are actually upset, because not only are these Somalians here in South Africa because they've escaped war in their country, they've actually taken over business sectors that were previously owned by disadvantaged South Africans. And not only that, they have literally started what seems to be a war. It is absolutely no secret that most Somalians and Somalian stores are actually heavily armed. Obviously, I've never gone to a Somalian store and seen a gun or seen some equipment to start a fire and whatnot, but it is actually common knowledge that Somalians are very, very heavily armed in their stores in South Africa. This could be by the means of guns or firearms and also other, arms that could potentially be dangerous towards South African people. I do believe that Somalians never really actually, I do speak under correction, don't come for me, I do believe that they never really actually use their arms unless they feel threatened. I'm not too sure why they use their arms in this instance. I do believe that they started a fight with taxi drivers and they had absolutely no right doing it. So the debate is going on Twitter about whether or not this is right. Obviously, most South Africans think this is absolutely ridiculous for these people to not only set a couple of taxis on fire, but to actually walk around the streets with with weapons, I can say, with dangerous weapons, and also to erect a flag of Somalia in Gqeberha, which is a place that is in South Africa. So the reason why most Somalians actually came to South Africa, and I do obviously speak under correction, is because they stated that they were running away from, the war that was happening in Somalia, and they wanted to keep their lives safe. So people are now saying on Twitter, and all over social media that if this is the case and if they were indeed running away from war in their country, then why have they come here to start a war with taxi drivers? That is a debate that is happening on social media. There are so many different opinions that are going on left, right, and center about this debate on social media, and people are just sharing so many different opinions and different viewpoints about what is currently happening at Gqeberha and the situation between the Somalians and also the taxi drivers. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think the Somalians are justified? Do you think if the taxi drivers actually retaliate, it will be dubbed as xenophobia from South Africans? And what do you think that our government should do to intervene in the situation between South Africans and foreign nationals going forward? Thank you very much for listening to this video. Please comment down and share your opinions down below. Obviously, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next upload. Goodbye, lovelies.